What do you think, buddy? Morning. We are getting ready to go. Trying to. I just woke up. Letting the dogs out. Cassie's getting ready. Time to wrap everything up, and of course, you know, it had to snow a little bit last night, so hopefully that won't hurt our travel too bad. I don't think it will. But come along with us as we head on to our next destination, at least for a little while.
Tables down and stored. And then slides are in back there. We're all good. Good morning and welcome to our travel day vlog. So we just packed everything up. We just weighed the camper and the truck together to see like what our total weight is. And we are on our way down to Arkansas. We're going to go see a friend. We're staying at a state park for like 6 days and then a campground for the next 6. I'm hoping that it's absolutely beautiful, but it's snowing here right now as we're leaving, which stresses me out just a little bit. So we're going from Michigan to Indianapolis, staying in a Harvest Host. I think it's actually a Boondocker's Welcome. It's on a Harvest Host, but staying there overnight and then leaving and heading the rest of the way to Lowell, Arkansas, which is just outside of Fayetteville.
Turns out we don't have as much as I thought.
What is it?
What was your guess?
Okay, so he got the numbers. We took guesses.
My hat must have been in the back seat. It's now covered in dog hair.
My guess was 14.7.
Mine was 12.2, or I'm sorry, 14.2.
We're only 12.2.
My guess was 14.2. Trailer axle, 12,160 pounds. Combined gross, 25.1. So, not as much as I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing. 12,160 on the trailer. So, yep. Okay.
Okay, let's catch you guys in a little bit.
Hopefully it quits snowing.
We're somewhere in Indiana. We're past Indianapolis, but not quite to St. Louis. Debating on whether to go I-44 through between like St. Louis and Springfield and kind of cut down that way, or to go the long way like down and around and then back over to avoid it. It takes you to like Poplar Bluff and a couple other like little cities. It's definitely like one of those like smaller like 2-lane highway type deals, but it's an extra 2 hours, which I'm like, is it worth it to kind of just avoid the steep grades? But I mean, my RV Life app said not to go that way, but my other one that I use, the Hammer app for like truckers, says to go that way through I-44. So I don't know, and I'm nervous. It's like, is it worth the extra 100 miles and 2 hours of my time? I don't know. I don't know. But the dogs are just out. I ran them around a little bit. I like to stop at Love's so we can use their dog park, but the one that we stopped at was full, so we had to keep going. We stopped at like a McDonald's that had parking. And then they grabbed a snack inside the camper and ate some food, had some water, and we're getting gas right now at the gas station across the street.
Fuel is not cheap right now. I think I just got it for
It's like $5.33 where we were at. I think it's a little less.
$5.42 here. We saw it once for $4.80. It's about the memories, remember?
I know.
10
Ashley, we love you. This is why we're driving here.
10 years from now, we'll say, man, you remember
when gas was $5 a gallon and we drove all the way down to Arkansas?
Remember how much we spent on fuel going down there?
It's okay. We offset the cost of fuel by staying at a state park, so.
Yeah, cheap.
So cheap. And it's like right on the lake. It's beautiful.
If we ever make it there. Where are we? Where at?
What is it?
Love's.
No, it's not Love's. This is
the
TA.
Love's was full across the street.
Everything has been full.
Everything's full.
So we're parking in the front part where like the baby RVs are supposed to park, not like our monstrosity.
It says RV on the parking lot with lines. So
we're in that spot, the whole spot, and then we're blocking half of the aisle.
Yeah.
So like people can get by.
It's, what time is it? It's
2:16.
2:45 in the morning. We've been driving since
10 a.m.
10 o'clock this morning. So and it's cold. It's like freaking 18 degrees.
I can see my breath.
We're running the furnace off of a battery.
Which might work.
I don't know if it's even gonna help, but.
And then we unhooked it from the truck because everyone says it'll drain your truck battery.
So, hopefully.
FYI, we should be good for the morning.
Yeah. But this sucks.
It's okay. Oh, there we go. Who thought that was gonna happen?
Any little noise the dogs are freaking out about.
Yep. But it's good, especially with us being super public. But we had our harvest host scheduled, but it was gonna be too late, and it was down like some backcountry road with like low hanging limbs and stuff, so we weren't gonna risk it to
Not in the dark
to get there. So
yeah,
we just kept on driving.
So here we are.
But tomorrow should be a shorter day. I think we only have like 4 hours, maybe not even.
There's my own.
Come here, buddy.
I know he's freezing.
Come here, buddy.
All right.
I know it's cold.
Bye. That was a
Miserable night of sleep.
short night.
I look exhausted. I look worse than I feel. I will say that.
Yeah, I slept all right. Given the circumstances, we woke up to 12 degrees. We were running our furnace on battery.
But that's just cold.
It doesn't really kick too good because we're in a TA parking lot. We didn't put any of the slides out because we're way taking up the RV spot, which we talked about if you use part of that clip. It's cold. Let the truck warm up, which it started perfect. I'm surprised it didn't hesitate. There's a dude over here from Texas. He fired his diesel up, and it was billowing smoke. But we're used to this crappy weather.
Yeah. Hasn't been 12 in a while though, so like that I have to get used to that again. But
yeah. I never thought I would ever wake up in a parking lot of a TA in a camper hooked up to our truck on my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Never thought that.
But I'm also not gonna lie. I had all the scenarios going through my head. Option 1, we were gonna wake up and we were gonna be moving down the road and we were gonna be in the back of the camper with the stairs in
and the dogs
and we would have no way to get out and escape. Like we'd have to tuck and roll and jump out the back window. Option 2, the truck was gone. Like we just get out of the camper and the truck is just gone, so we stole the truck.
Yeah.
Option 3, someone tried to break in, which thankfully didn't happen, and the dogs would obviously like bark and notify us because they're already on edge. But
yeah,
like all the scenarios kind of roll through your head.
We slept for about 3 hours. It's 6 o'clock. The sun's coming up. We're fixing to get back on the highway. We don't have too much farther to go. That's
like 3 more hours.
Kind of glad we drove that far last night, even though it was miserable. But
it only got bad towards the last like hour and a half to 2 hours because
I turned into a whiny because
well, the hard part was we couldn't find anywhere to stop. Like he was obviously done and ready to be over it, and we stopped at probably 5 truck stops, a rest area, we drove past a couple rest areas, no parking. Nothing.
We were gonna try a Walmart, but Cassie looked up. She's like, "Oh, here's a Walmart," and it was weird. It popped up a Walmart Vision Center, and I'm like, "A Vision Center?" I was like, "Well, maybe it's just the eye place at the Walmart."
I was like, I had a garden center too, so I was like, it's meh.
we turn off. This was 1 o'clock in the morning, mind you. We turn off onto this road, and it's just dark. I'm like, I don't see any kind of like indications of there being a store. So we drive. It was only like a mile down the road, so we drove down the road.
Optimistic me. Oh, it's okay. It's just beyond the trees. Just keep going. It'll be right there. Wasn't there. It didn't.
Pessimistic me. I got
turned into nothing.
Flustered.
He was like, where am I gonna go now? Turn me around. I was like, I got us into this. I'll get us out.
Yeah.
And then when I try to give him directions, he tells me, are you sure? Are you sure that's where we're going?
Yep.
Yes. I looked at a map. Did I look at the map before I checked for the Walmart?
No.
No.
Which led us, luckily there was a little block that we drove around, which was a dirt road, but it was fine.
Yeah.
It was in good shape, so we got lucky. And
the turning around was the least sketchy part, because the sketchiest part was driving down that windy road.
yeah,
It was like a giant S-curves just like the whole way, and like it dropped down like 10-12 feet on each side, like steep drop off. Like it wasn't like a low grade down, it was just like a cliff.
Yeah.
I was like, if you need to ride in the middle of the road, just ride in the middle of the road, because I am not getting us out of here.
So that was Cassie's one mistake. My mistake was we stopped at a regular gas station for fuel one time last night. I pulled in, and I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. I had to get fuel. We were running kind of low.
Not low enough to get ourselves in a pickle.
Yeah, we got out of it just fine. It wasn't a big deal. But I had to pull around the fuel docks and then back up over into the corner. Luckily there was room.
Yeah.
And then pull out, which...
But surprisingly enough, I used my brain, and I was like, if we pull here, we can back it this way, and it'll work out. So it was fine, thankfully, but lesson learned. We're just gonna have to be a little more careful as like the places that we stop. Sorry we didn't really film a lot of the chaos, because
stressed.
It's stress, and it's like our first really long haul. Like our first trip was only 3 hours, 4 hours, because we stopped so much, but
like 200 miles.
Yeah.
So far we've put on 6.
Yeah.
No, 7.
669 was when we stopped.
Yeah.
So almost 7.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway.
Catch you guys later.
See you later.